Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Stackhouse claims his Wiggins critique was taken out of context. Warriors assistant coach Jerry Stackhouse clarified his comments about former Golden State wing Andrew Wiggins' defensive abilities in an interview with 95.7 The Game's Matt Steinmetz and Daryl Johnson on Wednesday. Andrew, great smile every day, he did what you asked him to do, and I think it was kind of taken out of context where I felt the difference between Andrew and Jimmy Butler. We were talking about small guards, and I didn't think Wiggins guarded small guards really well, Stackhouse said beside Steinmetz and Johnson. That's why I like to do interviews like this where you got the cameras and the inflection and see the scenario, as opposed to just somebody leaving off the first part of what I said. Stackhouse has nothing but respect for Wiggins, who spent 5.5 seasons with the Warriors, and doesn't think of the former Golden State wing as a lackluster defender entirely. What the assistant coach seemingly meant was that Butler, who Wiggins was traded to the Miami Heat for, simply is better at defending smaller ball handlers. Here's what Stackhouse originally told the San Francisco Chronicle's Ron Kroichick on February 21. I personally didn't think he was great against the other team's best player, Stackhouse told Kroichick. He was better against those next guys. We'd throw him on, the top players, sometimes, because of the reputation of what he did in 22 and whatnot, but I saw separation. If you really want to be a good defender, you have to close that distance a little. At 6'8", Wiggins has been considered a two-way wing since entering the league as the number 1 overall pick in the 2014 NBA draft. And Wiggins' phenomenal defensive effort against Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics during the Warriors' 2022 finals run furthered the sentiment. Stackhouse is thrilled with how the Butler era has started in the Bay. But don't get it twisted, Stackhouse doesn't think lowly of a forever Golden State fan favored in Wiggins. The Golden State Warriors will be hoping to continue their momentum and create further separation from the Sacramento Kings when the two Pacific rivals meet at Chase Center on Thursday night. There is currently 3.5 games between the two teams in the Western Conference standings, with a Warrior victory on Thursday further ensuring that they would get 2 play-in tournament opportunities at the very least. Golden State certainly have their expectations raised far beyond that though, having won 12 of their past 14 games including 5 straight as they've surged to the 6th seed in the standings. Optimism surrounding the Warriors has only grown over the past 24 hours, with talented young forward Jonathan Kuminga firming to play his first game since a severe ankle sprain against the Memphis Grizzlies on January 4. After missing 31 straight games, Kuminga is officially listed as probable for Thursday's matchup with the Kings. The 22-year-old's return figures as the final piece to the Warrior rotation, with much anticipation surrounding how he will fit in alongside newly acquired star Jimmy Butler and even impressive rookie center Quinton Post. Kuminga was in the best form of his career prior to the untimely injury, having led Golden State in scoring at 24.3 points on 52.7% shooting while adding 8.0 rebounds in his last 6 full games. The news isn't so good for fellow youngster Brandon Podziemski, with the second-year guard once again ruled out due to a back strain. It will be the 3rd straight game Podziemski has missed with the injury, having left last Thursday's game against the Brooklyn Nets less than a minute after opening tip. Assuming Kuminga returns, Steve Kerr will have a full rotation to choose from outside of Podziemski. That will leave plenty of fascination on what lineups and rotation patterns we could see, particularly given Kuminga hasn't played with Butler nor Post. Kerr has gone big in starting Post in Podziemski's absence over the last 2 games, but that could change depending on the injury status of Kings All-Star center Domantas Sabonis. The 28-year-old has missed the past 5 games due to a hamstring strain, with Sacramento having lost 3 of their past 4 as a result. The Warriors and Kings have already met at Chase Center coming out of the All-Star break, with the hosts easily coming away with a 132-108 victory. Moses Moody and Buddy Hield led the way as two of 4 20-point scorers for the Warriors in that game, but there will be more intrigue this time around purely through the fact of Kuminga's return. Steve Kerr hints at potential rotation opening for Warriors' latest signing. As Jonathan Kuminga prepares to return to the Golden State Warriors lineup on Thursday against the Sacramento Kings, there's another intriguing forward who could be pushing his case for a spot in Steve Kerr's rotation. Braxton Key has wasted no time acclimatizing to the Santa Cruz Warriors, having been signed to a two-way contract by Golden State last week. The 28-year-old has now played 3 games with the Warriors in the G League, posting some enormous numbers in the process that's certainly grabbing the attention of fans and those high up in the organization. Through 3 games with Santa Cruz, Key is averaging 24.7 points, 11.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 4.7 steals and 1.3 blocks, 65.9% shooting from the floor and 62.5% from three-point range. They're mammoth numbers for any level of basketball, but they're not overly uncommon for Key, who has been a dominant force in the G League this season. In 22 games with the San Diego Clippers prior to his arrival at the Warriors, Key averaged 16.7 points, 9.2 rebounds, 4.5 assists, a league-leading 2.6 steals and over a block per game. Given he's at a more advanced age than most players on a two-way contract, there's some intrigue on what Key could provide Golden State right away. "I think he's, Key, another guy who could step in and play some minutes for us," Steve Kerr said to Dalton Johnson of NBC Sports Bay Area prior to Monday night's win over the Portland Trail Blazers. Key has drawn some comparisons to Draymond Green for his defensive versatility and overall dominance on that end, with G League head coach Nicholas Kerr already sharing those same sentiments after just 3 games with Santa Cruz. The issue for Key is that Golden State's rotation is already deep, and will only become even more so with Kuminga's return on Thursday. He may require some injuries or significant foul trouble to get an opportunity, having been active for the first 2 games of the 7-game homestand without seeing any playing time. That issue is twofold for Key, given he may only have a short time left to press his claim. Having already had 3 years of NBA experience with the Philadelphia 76ers, Detroit Pistons, and Denver Nuggets, Key will subsequently not be eligible for a two-way contract again next season. That means the Warriors would have to sign him to a standard deal if Key is to have a long-term future with the franchise, and any chance of that is likely to come from a small rotation opportunity actually coming to fruition over the coming weeks. Damian Lillard says he would never join the Golden State Warriors. Star Damian Lillard has ruled out playing for the Golden State Warriors. During an appearance on the It Is What It Is podcast, the Portland Trail Blazers point guard was asked if he would play for his hometown team. He made it clear that he respects the Californian franchise, but rejected the idea of joining the Warriors. "I have a lot of respect for the Warriors and what they've done over the last 8-9 years. Obviously, I'm from there, Oakland is my home, but I can't be a part of the Warriors. They've won 4 titles. It wouldn't even make sense to play for Golden State. Anyway, I'd rather lose every year than go there," Lillard said. The Blazers point guard also spoke about Kevin Durant's move to the Warriors in 2016. At the time, the star was a free agent and decided to sign with Golden State. "The thing is, Durant was an idol at Oklahoma City Thunder and had just lost the Western Finals to the Californians." Lillard then made it clear that, if he were Durant, he would not have joined the Golden State Warriors. "Man, I've said this many times. I think KD is obviously one of the greatest players of all time. But if I were in his shoes, I wouldn't have done that," said the point guard. And you, fan? What do you think about Damian Lillard's situation? Write to us in the comments.